Here we go. I mean, what is amazing about this is already just this still you're looking at. It's such a semiotic catastrophe. You know, what in that one image, there's so many signs that we've had rammed down our throats for the last 5, 6, 7 years. That where we pretty much know where this is going, what they're going to talk about, the tone they're going to talk about it. You know, this ideology has invaded us. It has invaded our culture, which is ironic when I tell you, you'll realise it's ironic when I tell you that this is a military video. Oh yeah, this is an official US Navy video. This was shown to troops. Yeah, their commanding officer, they were out there shooting guns, 50 cows, driving tanks, fucking firing their phalanx guns off of boats and ships and whatnot. Yeah, lifting weights, being brutal killers, which is what you want in the military. Maybe go and check out some Chinese or Russian official military videos. And so halfway through all that, as it should be, discipline, chain of command, respect. Sit down lads, here we go. Got an official Navy information video for you. And it's presented as if it's for school kids, which you can already see. You know, oh, what's happening through the round window? It's not even for school kids. This is for preschool kids. And what's so disgusting about it is they're inviting you. Well, they're inviting people in the Navy, people putting their lives on the line to join in with their ideology, to join in with their belief system. Now, the reason I'm already cracking up is what's beautiful about the left, and there ain't a lot that's beautiful about the left, but what's beautiful about the left is it's so frequently contradictory at root, at point of inception, that the longer that contradiction doesn't get resolved, the more the contradiction expresses itself. And I know plenty of leftards who believed all this stuff, who defended all this stuff, who took it into their belief system 6, 7 years ago. You know, when Jordan Peterson first called it out in Canada. And yet, because the contradictions haven't been resolved, because it's riddled with them, that expression now, it's just like it's like a beautiful flower looking at the fucking military. So those people that defended it and believed it then, and I mean believe, I choose that word intentionally because it's a belief system. That's why they can't let it go. Because if they start challenging these beliefs, they start challenging themselves to the very core. And that's a difficult thing to do. I've done it. Many of you have done it. But many people haven't. So they are still having to defend this. So let's have a look at this official US Navy military video.
Hi, my name is Johnny and I use he, him pronouns.
Hi, and I'm Kanchi and I use she, her pronouns.
And we're here to talk about pronouns.
What is a pronoun?
It's a closed linguistic group that needs no development because it works. It satisfies its intentions. Is that all right? Can we go now? Can we go learn how to shoot some guns like the enemy probably are? I doubt they're sitting down watching this.
Pronoun is how we identify ourselves apart from our name, and it's also how people refer to us in conversations.
Using the right pronouns is a really simple way to affirm someone's identity. It is a signal of acceptance and respect.
If it's a signal of...
Why is this for school children? Why is this presented for school children? That's not by accident. That's an unconscious overdetermination. That's what these people think of the people in the military. Do you think leftards respect the military? Of course they don't. They think they're idiots. They think they're stupid. They think they've got the emotional, intellectual, and the general maturity of preschool children. That's why it's presented like this. I mean, the whole thing's like look at all the pretty colours.
Of acceptance and respect, how do we go about creating a safe space for everybody?
That's a good question. A really good way to do that is to use inclusive language. Instead of saying something like, hey guys, you can say, hey everyone, or hey.
Imagine in the middle of battle. Hey! Hey! Sorry. I'm sorry that you're all dead, but yes, I'm sorry about that. But, that's a good question.
Team.
Yeah, and now that you say that, another way that we could show that we're allies and that we accept everybody is to maybe include our pronouns in our emails, or like we just did, introduce ourselves using our pronouns.
And that is another reason why this is like a preschool kind of presentation, because they're having to take us back to things we learn at that age. They're literally telling you how to address people. I mean, you could use them in your emails, like you do when you sign off from an email. But no, you've got to learn it all again, because we're changing the world and we're changing the military. Now, the problem with that is the enemy aren't changing their military. Or they are actually, but my guess is not in this direction.
But what would I do if I misgender someone?
I think the first thing to recognize is that it's not the end of the world. You correct yourself and move on, or you accept the correction and move on. The most important thing I can tell you is do not put the burden of making you feel good about your mistake on the person that you just misgendered. No, but they can put their burden on us. They can put this insane burden on us. We've got to sit around, reconsidering language, the fundamentals of interpersonal identification. But oh no, don't you fucking dare put the burden on them. They're just the people that have changed it. They're just the people that are making demands. It's never their fault. No.
Oh, thank you for telling me that.
Yeah.
Maximum Caucasian. Oh, thank you for telling me that. What makes that disgusting isn't only that he said it, but it's that someone else wrote that. He read it, he agreed to it, the script editor agreed to it, the producer agreed to it, and they went with it. Oh, thank you for telling me that. What lovely people these are. Just the kind of people you want to fight wars.
Other tip for you to remember their pronoun next time, it's in your mind. Kind of go through a progression of 3 good things about the person using their pronoun. So let's say the person chooses to use they, then you will in your mind.
Hang on, they, let's just do that again.
Kind of go through a progression of 3 good things about the person using their...
Oh, hang on a minute. So this is a good tip, which is kind of a way of remembering someone's preferred pronouns. Now, don't forget that in their ideal world, in their utopos, in their non-place, in their utopia, everyone's got their own, which, you'd kind of think that once you got to that point, you might as well just... put the madness vehicle in reverse and go back to something that actually worked. Because when everyone's got their own, you're going to have many lists. We're all going to have to become memory experts. We're going to have all these little mnemonic codes. Oh, hang on, it's John. He walks with a limp. He's got a silly T-shirt and he spits when he talks. Okay, hello they, or they, as she's about to say.
Pronoun. So let's say the person chooses to use they.
They.
Then you will in your mind go, they have a nice shirt. They have a nice smile.
they are really smart. So
I mean, yeah, okay. This is a great conversation we're having. Someone comes up to you, asks you a question, and you just go silent while you're going, oh, hang on, he's got blue hair. He's got his mum's dress on. I don't know. Is it Jnei? Hello, you the tea? Ridiculous. Can you imagine the stilted, staccato lack of communication going on here? You know, you can atomize a people physically. You can atomize them by getting rid of their extended families, by getting rid of their families, by getting rid of their communities. But once you start playing around with language, that's an altogether far more sinister and demoralizing form of atomization. Conversations, you know, this is like talking in Soviet Russia. This is like, you know, who's listening? Are the thought police, you know, have they got their microphones around here somewhere? And so when someone comes up to you and says, you having a nice day? And you sort of go, you're having to process all these things. Wow. Separation, just more separation, more disconnection between people. And what you want in the military is teams. You want people who work well together, people who understand each other. Not people who have to go through some bizarre mnemonic ritual. 2 + 4 = trousers divided by, oh yeah, hiya, then.
that kind of sticks in your brain.
That is so helpful. I want to know, what would I do if I want to know someone's gender identity or pronouns?
The most important thing is do not pressure anybody into giving you their pronouns.
Again, the pressure's all on us. The most important thing, if you want to know someone's gender identity or pronouns, which if you get wrong, you might get in trouble, is, don't pressure them. Don't pressure them for the information they expect you to know. What, like sort of you clairvoyance or you're some kind of mind reader. Don't pressure them for their gender identity or their pronouns. But when you fucking get it wrong later, you'll go, yeah, but in the video you showed us, you said don't pressure them for them. And they said, well, yes, you should have written them a nice letter and maybe put flowers around the border and put a little bit of scent on it. I got you, wrote you a letter, and please reply before the morning, darling.
Some people may be going through the process of discovery and they are not ready yet to tell you what.
Oh, okay, so now we haven't only got to deal with people with preferred pronouns. Preferred? No, your pronoun. Not only have you got to go through that, not only have you got to understand and respect their gender identity, look at the history of that catastrophe, but you've now got to also understand that some people, they're halfway through all that. They don't know. So you don't know. So no one knows. So how does that conversation go down? Oh, I get it. You have to listen. You don't get to talk. Because you might get it wrong. They can't get it wrong. Don't put the burden on them. Don't pressure them. No, they just get to talk at you. Because you're a dinosaur. You're a bigot. Unbelievable. Well, you know, don't pressure them because they might be on a different part of their journey. So when you bump into someone new on your ship on the way to war, just approach them and go, I mean, maybe get a t-shirt made that says, I don't know. And then when you go up to people, just sort of go, you know, fucking insane. Official US military video.
What their pronouns are, and that's okay.
So I should just lead with my pronouns and they may follow or not, and if they don't, then I can just continue to use gender neutral language.
Yes, exactly.
Oh, exactly. So you have to play their game. They can do what they fucking want. No, so I go in with my pronouns. Hi, I'm Chris, he, him, blah, 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 blah. They can start barking if they want. They can start spinning on their head. And you just have to go, oh, yeah, okay, are you in my platoon? Please say no. Yeah, it's all on you. It's all on you.
Share something with you that happened the other day at a cookout I was at. We were talking about pronouns, and
Matt, can you imagine a cookout? I'm assuming is some kind of barbecue. Can you imagine them vegan barbecue? No one talking, and we were talking about pronouns. Do you think they talk about anything else? Do you think people with a gender identity talk about anything else? Do you, and if you wanted to talk, can you imagine sitting around the campfire, all your military chums, a bit of R&R, and then sort of everyone's talking about preferred pronouns? I mean, there's not really much to say about it, is there? And gender identities, and then you sort of go, yeah, can we drop all this? Maybe we could tell some stories, tell some jokes or something. Maybe we could talk about the mission. Oh no. Oi, bigot. Just because it's not important to Z. This is so ridiculous. And that works in our favour, of course. I mean, keep it up. Keep it up. I mean, as long as America doesn't get invaded or needs to go to war soon, keep it up. Because the left ends up licking its own arse. And, you know, that gives it ideological bad breath.
he was disagreeing with how different people see themselves as different pronouns, and
I mean, listen to the language. This is even scripted. Without a doubt, this is scripted. But even scripted, and you know, they've probably given them a little bit of room for manoeuvre. It's so stilted. It's so staccato. It's so unnatural. What it is essentially it's a form of newspeak. You know, they're kind of there's no the communication element of it, the contact element of it is being drained. You know, she can't even explain her own area of expertise because it's riddled with contradictions. Listen to her struggling away here.
The other day at a cookout I was at, we were talking about pronouns, and somebody was disagreeing with how different people see themselves as different pronouns, and
we were disagreeing how different people see themselves as different pronouns. Whew, when's the next Barbie?
the argument was, if you look like a female, then it's she, her, because that's what's normal, and if you make me call you something else, then you're infringing on my rights. And I was really taken aback by the comment, and I really wasn't sure how to respond, and the only thing I could really think quickly to say was, it's not about you at all, and it's mostly and ultimately about respect.
It is about respect.
It's not about you. Oi, mate, your opinion in this conversation we're having isn't about you. What? Hang on, no, it is. It is. That is such a bizarre left hard cop-out. You try and have an opinion on something, it's not about you. No, it is, because it's my opinion. So that makes it about me. Just as much as your opinion makes it about you. It's actually about the subject. It's actually about the subject. But you have to get personal. Do you know why you have to get personal? Because you're narcissists. You're a self-obsessed, self-aggrandizing narcissists. It's not about you. Oh, I didn't say it was. I just told you my opinion. So it is about my opinion, but apparently not. It's about their opinion, because you're wrong.
That's an important point to make, and I think you did the right thing. I think it's important to keep it short and...
What was this geezer... What do you reckon the job application for this geezer's job was? Cuck wanted to agree with everything woman says. He went, that's me. He went, that's a great job idea.
Simple. What I would have said to help them understand better is to talk about mispronouncing names. For example, my name is Johnny, spelled Jony. And it's normal for someone to pronounce my name like Joni. But if I were to tell you over and over again, my name is Johnny, and you insist on mispronouncing my name, I would feel disrespected by you. Some names are...
Well, okay, so because you have been. So they're not your friend. You don't get on with them. You know, we do need some kind of criteria to decide who we hang around with, who we bond with, and who we don't. And it's usually things like how we behave and what we say that provides us that criteria. But you just want everyone to get on with everyone. You know, let's just bring everyone down to the lowest common denominator. That would be good. It's certainly worked before.
Are very difficult to pronounce. But do you know what is very easy to pronounce? She, he, they.
Oh, you condescending absolute pair of preschool teacher pricks telling the US Navy that. And the US Navy published this online. I haven't had to dig deep. This wasn't on the dark web. This isn't, how did that internal video leak? No, the American military were happy to put this out there. Because they think it's good. It's good. Nav speaks. There you go.
一声到，是一句承诺。
军长同志，一方前准备完毕，请指示。什么？战！
一声到，是一种割舍。一声到，是一次重塑。
海上、空中、陆上各作战军群已修订完善作战计划。
一声到，是一场冲锋。生命扛起使命。
But what would I do if I misgender someone?
Sweet, bit, sweet, mama, sweet, bit, sweet, mama.